I'm from South Africa, and I was asked to talk on regional identity and globalization, and I've chosen to rather turn the idea on its head. I hate the word globalization. I equally hate the idea of global identity. I work in a place that I know, and by knowing the place, I feel comfortable. I have no wish to work in China, in Japan, India, Europe, or North America. I want to work in my country. I'm happy working there. I know the place, I know the people. I think I'm beginning to understand the cultural imperatives that drive people, and that for me is what I need to know as an architect. What I would rather want to talk to you about today is the kind of forces or influences that impact on one as an architect, and how they in fact give shape to one's work. And the way in which I want to represent that to you today is to show you some work that I've been involved in over the last 20, 30 years or so, where the work is really divided into two phases. The first phase is work that I did leading up to the liberation of my country in 1994, where the kind of work was really essentially underground work associated with organizations that were opposed to the apartheid regime. And then the shift that happened after 1994, where I did work now for the new state, the new government, which has quite radically changed the scope of my work and the ambition of the work. Interestingly enough, the two periods of time are paralleled by me having been born and lived in Johannesburg, up on the Highveld my whole life. After 1995, I moved to Cape Town, which is down on the coast, which has not got a hot, dry climate, but rather a soft Mediterranean climate. And as a consequence, the nature and form of the architecture has changed fundamentally. So really what I'm trying to do is saying to you, your work is shaped by socio-political and economic conditions, and it's also shaped by climate and by people and by site. And that for me is what's important. I must state quite unequivocally and upfront that I am absolutely shocked and appalled at the arrogance of architects who live in Europe or the United States, for example, and believe that they can parachute into a foreign country and simply reproduce the branded architecture that they make back home. The arrogance for me is breathtaking, and equally, the kind of intellectual posturing that gives credibility to that kind of work is equally nauseating. So I've stated my position. I hope you appreciate it.